When I... What are you doing? Look at her. Ma'am. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla-Lea. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you stick around. I hope you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And for everyone that is returning, thank you for clicking on another video. I really appreciate it. So I'm just gonna get right into it. I've been blonde for a year. I'm done, I'm over it. I'm probably going to actually transition to brunette very, very soon. So I figured I would film this video so I can let y'all know what to think about if you are, dabbling with the idea of becoming blonde, because it's not an easy process. It definitely takes time, and there's a lot of things you need to know before committing, because damn, it's a needy relationship, okay? But go ahead and stick around if you are interested. There will be timestamps below. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so before I get into what you need to know, I'm gonna give you some background information real quick. So about a year ago, I decided I was gonna try to go from this to this. What actually happened was I went from this to this to that, then finally to this, which brings us to today, which is this situation. So my hair has grown out quite a bit. I have actually been doing it myself since, I want to say August was when I took over, because I moved from Houston to Kansas City. And I don't know, I just really haven't had time to get to know the salons in the area and like try to find a hairstylist I liked here. I've only been to one place so far just to get a quick trim. That was easily a month, if not more, ago. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and get into what you need to know before you go blonde. And I'm not trying to convince you not to go blonde. I want to make that very, very clear. I have enjoyed my time as a blonde. I'm actually very sad to let it go. I probably will come back one day if we're being totally honest. But I just need a break right now. I kind of want to grow my hair out, and I'll get into it. We're going to get into it with the tips, okay? Keep watching. Keep watching. Now, I want to make myself very, very clear before I even continue with this video. I can only speak on my experiences over the past year. Everyone's experiences with going blonde are very different. So keep that in mind going forward. Number one, listen to me very, very clearly here. I know your hairstylist is going to sell you all of these things and try to tell you about all of these amazing products, which a lot of them are, okay? Olaplex, love that shit. But no matter how many masks you do, no matter what kind of deep conditioners you use, your hair is dead, okay? You're gonna deal with split ends, you're gonna deal with breakage, and your hair is just, you're gonna have to constantly be giving it nutrition in other ways, like serums and like creams and like shampoos, things of that nature, because your hair is DEAD, dead, okay? That shit is fried. So no matter what you do, you're not gonna bring it back to life, okay? I had to learn this the hard way 100%. Like, I have breakage. You probably, right there, that's breakage. It's just inevitable. It's gonna happen. And on top of that, if you're like me, where you do like to heat style, it's a whole thing. Which leads me into reason number two. You basically can't do what you want anymore. You can't use your flat iron as much as you want anymore. You can't use your curling iron as much as you want anymore. What are other tools? Hair dryers, you can't use those anymore. Or I mean, you can, just not as often, and you shouldn't. It's actually recommended that you don't, especially if you're going blonde, because your hair is already so dry and brittle and fragile that you're just applying more stress, and that is gonna snap, okay? And a lot of times people forget to mention this. You can't really wear like tight hairstyles as much as you like anymore. I used to be such a bun fanatic. I love a sleek, low bun, very low maintenance, very cute, very chic. I barely do it anymore and it sucks. I have to like style my hair all the time. Thank God it's like cold, so my hair lasts pretty long now. It lasts like a week sometimes, but it's a lot, okay? Which leads me to point number 3. A typical thing to be aware of is you're gonna have to be in salons more often, making more regular appointments. That's a given. What people forget to think about is you're gonna become like a product junkie low key, because you're gonna wanna try every mask that you can get your hands on, because you're gonna start to notice a huge difference in your hair. Okay. I used to have long, luscious, beautiful black hair. And now I actually had to like try to keep it on my head. When back then, I barely did a mask. I maybe did masks like realistically when I was in college, I probably did masks every like 2 months, if that. Okay. I got a little bit better when I was a senior. But regardless, I didn't do it as much as I do now. Okay, you're gonna be spending a lot on the appointments and products, because the products you should be using, they're not cheap, honey. They are not cheap. They cost money. If you want good shit, if you want quality, you're gonna spend the money. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good like Walmart products, drugstore products that are amazing, but most of the really good ones, they're high-end, honey, and they're gonna cost you. Which leads me to point number 4. You might think to yourself, it's all good. If I want to save money, you know, after a few appointments, I'm just going to do it myself. I'm going to really pay attention to these appointments, really take note of what my hairstylist is doing so I can try to mimic it at home. I'm not trying to discourage you from doing this. I do it. I'm going to do it again to go brunette. But you're not always going to save money. Let me explain something to you. When you go to a salon, you're giving money to someone who went to school for this, who understands color theory. You get what I'm saying? Whereas we are just everyday people watching YouTube videos and, you know, buying similar products and or getting our hands on what they're using. And we're just hoping for the best. Like, we try to follow all the rules. We try to follow all the skills and techniques. But we're taking a gamble, okay? And if you don't admit this, more power to you, but try to be smart with the decisions that you make, especially when you're doing your hair. But my point is that you're gonna spend money on the products you're gonna need to do the bleaching. So that's bleach and developer, and then you're gonna need some type of toning mechanism and developer for that. So you get those two, which, you know, if you're gonna like Sally's, you're probably only gonna spend like maybe $50 on that. You also have to think about getting enough for your amount of hair, because you're not at a salon where they have like a copious amount of every single product. You're buying this stuff hoping that when you get home, you're not gonna have to come back. So let's say you make a mistake, then you gotta go spend more money to try to fix it. You know, buy more products, trying to figure this out, takes more time, more money. So if you really think about it, is it really like worth having to touch up on your own? Which at that point, then you ask yourself, is it worth going to the salon every 4 to 6 weeks to get my touch up? Is it worth it to be blonde? These are things you gotta ask yourself before you actually go blonde. Which leads me to number 5, which is just a conclusion to all of the 4. It's very high maintenance to be blonde. It costs a lot of money. It's not exactly the most budget friendly option. This is a huge reason why I want to go brunette again, because I'm like, listen, I can do blonde again one day, but let me like make some budget conscious decisions. Right now, I'm still very young. I shouldn't be spending all this money on my hair for what? Before I wrap this video up, when you get your hair done at a salon, there is upkeep to keep it looking how it does when you walk out of the salon. So I'm gonna go in order of maintenance levels. So on the low end, you could get a balayage. So a balayage will last you about 4 months before you actually have to go into the salon and really get it done. I remember my hairstylist used to have me come in every like other month. So that's what I used to do. And then let's say you get highlights. It is 6 to 8 weeks. So every 6 to 8 weeks, you would go in and get like a little touch up, get it a little gloss. The highest maintenance of all is obviously full blonde, or if you're like platinum. At that point, you need to go in and get your roots done to make sure you can keep that all blonde look. And that one, my friends, is coming in at the rate of 4 to 6 weeks. So every 4 to 6 weeks, you got to come in. That's basically every month. And you have to remember every appointment, depending on what city you live in, the expertise of that specific hairstylist, and then also the rates of the overall hair salon. You're looking at ballpark anywhere from like $150, because I know highlights could be inexpensive. And then for like a balayage, you could low-key be paying up to like at least $400. Because you got to take everything into account, you know, if they wash your hair, all this other stuff. So think about that before you go blonde. Overall though, I have enjoyed my time as a blonde. It's been fun, it's been cute. Has it been better than being a brunette? But anyways, that is all from me for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see anything specific from me down below. I am most likely going to film myself going brunette whenever that will be. I'm not going to even give you guys a timeline because low-key, it's going to be one of those, like, I wake up one day and I'm like, today's the day. Today is the day. So I don't know when that day is, okay? But you'll see it. You'll know. You will definitely know, especially if you follow me on Instagram and if you subscribe and hit that notification bell and you're here. You've made it to this part of the video. Like this video as well and leave a comment. Why not? Say, hey, what's up? Increase my engagement. But other than that, I will see you guys in my next video, which is up next. Bye, guys. Ever since I saw you, I had double